We have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put two dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Tamir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coons. The white man that go nuts if he can't shoot. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Ahmadiyyah.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, given to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation.
Every time open a sex game, my kick, the words, my faith, can't even on keeping on it saves. It's like an earthquake, don't call you out. Create a constant, just get it on the bounce. Such enough to play, easy, just a more for all.
All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your first morning wake-up call. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done so already, be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Let me turn this fan off. Okay, so let's get ready to get into it. Likes up, everyone, please. Feel free to get those likes up. Okay, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr._A_Shakur, TikTok at Dr.A_Shakur, and Twitter at DGoddess27. Okay, so if you guys heard noise in the background, you know that the landscapers come on Tuesday. Okay, now with that all being said, let's get into it. Hey, Buckhorse DC, Battle Axe is in the house. Donna is here. All hell nah. Okay, Most Hated Bronze Flat Power God, Exact is here. Susan, Ethelene. All right, let's get into it. OG Patrice. Priscilla is here. Jeff ATL. Shout out to all of my loyal royals and everyone tuned into the Queen. And also shout out to my moderators putting in work. I see you, 504 Nola. Okay, so let's get this party started. Let's get this party started. Get those likes up, beloved. Now, let's talk about Courtney Burgess, aka Courtney B. Okay, because his lies are just falling apart at the seams. Okay, please pay attention. Now, first of all, Kim Porter's best friend has come out and denied Diddy's new witnesses' claims about the manuscript. Okay, and so let's talk about it. And shout out to OG Patrice for sending me this. Okay, so a new witness in the Diddy criminal case says that he has a manuscript belonging to Diddy's late girlfriend, Kim Porter, but her best friend tells us Kim never tried to write a book. Now, LaWanda Lane, Kim's best friend and the caregiver of Kim and Diddy's twin daughters, tells TMZ that she was best friends with Kim for 30 years, okay, including 20 years living under the same roof. And there was never a manuscript written by Kim. And here's a picture of her and Kim together. All right, thank you, Veronica, for becoming a member to the channel, beloved. Peace, love, and blessings to you. Okay, so here she is. Now, she's saying that Kim never wrote a manuscript, never wrote a book, or whatever. So, We've heard speculation about there being a supposed tell-all book, but at the end of the day, no one ever confirmed it. And now this guy's coming out and it's so obvious that he's lying. I don't see how anyone believes him at this point. Okay, so Kim's BFF tells us that she was with Kim every day and Kim never wrote down anything. And she says the family doesn't know who knew Diddy witness Courtney Burgess even is, even though the guy claims that he's one of Kim's former associates. Okay, he's saying he knows a lot of people. This dude did not know Tupac. He didn't know Diddy, and he sat there and lied and said he knew Diddy for 30 plus years. Okay, said he knew Tupac for 30 plus years. He said both of these things. Now, when he was asked about it on an interview, he denied that he said he knew Diddy for 30 years, but he absolutely did say that. Okay, so as we reported, Courtney testified before a New York grand jury last week, and he also claims that he has SEX tapes showing celebrities getting down at Diddy parties. Now, there was a purported Kim Porter memoir on Amazon earlier this year, but it was pulled after her daughters denounced it and cast doubt on its authenticity. But now Courtney claims that he has her manuscript. Now, Kim's bestie says the guy is mistaken, though. She says that she was in charge of going through Kim's belongings, okay, please pay attention, and distributing them to family and friends after Kim passed. And if anyone would have found a manuscript, it would have been her, and there wasn't one. Okay. And remember, he said that Shakur Stewart, who dated Kim before he died in 2008, is the one who gave it to him. Okay, so like I told you yesterday, that makes no sense because this man was dead 10 years before Kim died. So how would he have it? Now, but Courtney's lawyer, Ariel Mitchell, tells TMZ that he obtained the manuscript on a flash drive, and it's since been turned over to federal investigators in the Diddy case. Okay, so with that all been said, sounds like the feds will have to determine whether or not he's telling the truth. Now let's go to this interview that he did on the courthouse steps. Likes up, everyone, please. Like and share. Thank you in advance. Hold on just a second.
So that's what
Okay.
Kim Porter's face is not on the front of it.
Okay. Now, you said that you saw those freak off tapes.
Right.
And so now let's talk about that because when I was playing the audio from the last interview you were on, I basically was saying, okay, this guy's going to get a visit from the feds. He's going to be in some trouble if Justin Bieber was underage in those videos. Now, you told me that the feds had visited you. So can you elaborate? Can you talk about that for the audience?
Yes, they took the tapes and the flash drive. I didn't look at the sexual part of the tapes because I don't believe in looking at two men being intimate. No more
Right.
is a female than male being intimate. You understand? If it
Right.
ain't me, I'm not looking. You understand? So, well, as me sitting there watching, no, I don't get thrills off watching a man on either side.
Well, I
So
can imagine. Okay, I wouldn't
did
get a
look
thrill
at
from
the
that
part.
either.
I did look at the part when they was giving him liquor, spiking his drink, game, passing a bottle of liquor. Could have been 16 at the time, from how the picture
I'm
was.
going to show a clip. I'm going to show a clip of that you sent me. I did remove the volume, you guys, because there was music in the background, and I don't want any copyright issues with Screw Tube. So you'll see Diddy in the game, and then you'll see Justin Bieber, and he's handed a bottle, which he starts to drink. Okay, now, what was in that bottle?
They say it was GHB. That's a date rape drug.
Right, okay.
That was inside.
Wow.
They say it was in the baby oil. That's what they squirted inside the bottle, or you can squirt it on the human body and rub it on. And it's everybody get a different reaction to it.
Right, because in some cases it can be fatal from my research.
That's right. If you too much is intake.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, so now let's talk about Snoop Dogg because I was shocked to hear about Okay, so I want you all to pay attention because right there, he's saying that he had the videos and that he saw Justin Bieber on there. Now, mind you, he said that the feds came and got the tapes. Hold on, I'm going to play another portion of that, and then we'll go to the video that he did on the interview he did on the courthouse steps.
Props for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you don't get no props for that. You can't.
Now let me ask you this. They supposedly got their relationship back on track from reports. But let me ask you this. So how did the feds get in touch with you to come and to get the flash drive and videos or what have you?
Somebody
How did that all come about?
Somebody told them. Or let's say when they raided Kim house, Diddy house, they saw the transaction of the emails or whatever, you know. Or I can't really expect, like say who told, but they got it, you know. I'm not into child. I'm not into child.
Don't say the word. Don't say the word. Don't say the word. I know what you're talking about. Okay, so I want you all to pay attention because at the end of the day, he sat there and said that the feds came and got the flash drives from him and that somebody told them where he was and that he had them. Now, he said that they got it when they possibly raided Diddy's house and they probably saw emails or whatever. But emails from who? From him to Diddy? Because he didn't know Diddy in real life. He's already admitted that after telling all these lies about them having a whole 30-plus year beef, saying that Diddy stopped all of his music from being made. What music? Now, with that all being said, let's go to the courthouse interview that he did as soon as he came out from talking to the grand jury, supposedly, and where he says something different because the lady specifically asked him, the interviewer specifically asked him about the feds coming to visit him. And she says, so as of 2 weeks ago, the feds hadn't visited you, right? And he says, yes. So, but in this video of mine, which was 2 weeks ago, he said that the feds came and visited him. He told me they came and got the confiscated the flash drives and all of that from him 2 days before I did my video. So that's 2 weeks ago. So let's continue.
Have the feds been in contact with you? I did watch your YouTube interview. I saw as of 2 weeks ago they haven't been in contact with you. What about today?
Yes.
So they have been in contact with you. Is that why you're here today?
Yes.
Okay.
Homeland Security.
Oh, wow. So were you surprised or was that the call that you were kind of waiting for?
Surprise.
Oh. Do you feel like the interview had had anything to do with it or?
Yes.
Yeah? How do you know Sean Combs?
Generation. You know, Frank Lucas was my godfather and his father, and then we both was in the music business for 30 years together.
So you personally know him?
Not both. You know who personally?
Sean Combs.
Not
Diddy.
personally.
But you know of him. He knows of you.
Yeah. I used to be in Tupac, Hussein Fatal. He stopped a lot of my music. A lot of other people who didn't care about him. You understand? It's not around today.
Right, so
Stewart from Def Jam Records.
You made a lot of allegations, right? Are you expected to eventually turn those things over, or?
Well, that's what we're going to head over to do now. So we have a hearing now to determine what we're going to do in terms of what documents we'll have to turn over and what documents we do not have.
So why were you in court tonight?
Just to give testimony to the grand jury. He was subpoenaed by the court, so as we all know, if you don't answer a subpoena, the marshals will come to your house as they came to his house and they will bring you here. So that's why we're here today.
I know you can't mention celebrities per se. You did mention some in the interview. So just to clarify, you can back that up with actual factual footage.
We have, it's things that we have, but we got to go to the other courthouse. So I don't know if that's any more questions, but we kind of got another hearing to go.
Are you nervous or do you feel cool?
Nah, I ain't never nervous. The only thing that's fair to me is God.
I know you did mention what was on the flash drive before. Would you be able to kind of go over that now, or is that something that you can't discuss?
No, we're trying to just go to discuss that now, what we will be able to talk to in terms of what was available and what was on those flash drives.
Okay.
But it was the book.
So it is Kim Porter's book, but not necessarily some of the stuff with the celebs that were mentioned besides.
It's hers. Nobody touched it.
Oh, so it is her official book.
Yes. Nobody.
And no one touched it.
Nobody altered it. Nothing.
So it's not the copy that the gentleman said that he was selling before. No.
No.
It's two different copies. That one was edited, and we have the original copy.
So you're saying that the other copy was an actual real copy, even though the family said it wasn't.
It was a derivative work.
It was edited. The only way the family say that is because I forgot his name. Shakur.
Yeah.
Yeah. And besides that, how they know? A lot of stuff their mother did, they didn't know. And I'd like to see apologize to the mother and the family for the picture being on front of it.
Right.
You understand? I didn't put it there.
Right.
So, they got to worry about bigger things
Right.
than what her diary was. You understand?
Right.
They should have started worrying when he was beating her.
Right.
When you start worrying about your mother after the fact.
Right. So the book, do you think it'll ever be open to the public or after this or?
That'll be the next thing. I've been contracted to go to Amazon and work out whatever legalities that may have existed prior so that we can republish the book.
Wow, so the public will get to see her actual words and thoughts.
So very soon, the actual unedited version.
Okay, so I'm calling Cap. At the end of the day, the lady specifically asked him, she said, as of 2 weeks ago, the feds hadn't contacted you. What about now? So 2 weeks ago, when he did the first interview with the True Crime Channel, and then he did my interview that same day, I want you to pay attention. Okay, it was the same day. Maybe about 2 to 3 hours later, he interviewed with me. Now, on that channel, he said that the feds, he obviously said, I didn't watch the entire video, but he obviously said that the feds had not contacted him. But he sat there and told me they had 2 days prior of my interview. Okay, and that they took the flash drives. Now you hear his attorney, Ariel Mitchell Kidd, saying that they're going to get documents to turn over. Documents? What about the flash drives? Okay, so this dude's a whole liar who lies. And at the end of the day, he didn't know Tupac. And once he got cornered yesterday with that interview with Jaguar, he got the hell off of there. Okay, he didn't even want to finish the conversation. See, that's what happens when you're lying and you get caught in your lies. You have nothing else to say. It's time to go. You get angry, you get hostile. And listen to how he was talking about Diddy's kids. He's sitting there saying that he apologizes to the kids and the family or whatever about Kim's face being on the book. I didn't do it. First of all, what difference does it matter if her face is on there or not when you've attached her name to it? Either way, you're disparaging her. You're putting her name on it. So whether or not you put the face on there is really irrelevant. Okay, but notice how he was talking trash about her kids, saying, when now they got bigger things to worry about. Now they're worried about their mother. They didn't get worried when he was beating her. They're worried after the fact. First of all, who does he think he is to talk about that woman's kids? Okay, so please pay attention. And he had the nerve to say, that he's sorry to Shakur after all of the nasty, disparaging lies. That's right, lies that he told on Shakur. Let's go to my video where he's telling all these lies and saying all these nasty things about Shakur.
First of all, you got to explain to us, how do you let Diddy take your son and your wife? We don't let somebody take our son. We can't make y'all stay. No disrespect to you, Ms. Shakur. You're a woman. Mm-hmm. A man can't make you stay nowhere where you ain't comfortable. But at the same time, a man not gonna let you take their son and let somebody else play daddy. So, like Jane said, Diddy like to be a step ahead of somebody. So, Jane said herself that he walked in, caught you giving him a head, and you didn't stop. So maybe Diddy showed him.
Now, I'm sorry, but when did Gene Deal ever say that about Shakur? Caught him giving Diddy fellatio and didn't stop. when he walked in. What is he doing? You see, here's what he's doing. He's mixing lies with truth. What he's talking about, where he got the idea to even tell that bullcrap lie, is from Jaguar Wright when she told the story about an entertainment lawyer saying that she walked in on Diddy and Christopher Williams. Now, we've already established that was not Christopher Williams. The lawyer was obviously mistaken, okay? It was likely the person who looked like him, which I already showed you the guy's picture. But with that all being said, now listen to all this stuff he's in the percent. He's mixing lies with truth. And as far as him talking about the GHB being in Justin Bieber's drink, he got that from the internet. Like everybody's been saying that Diddy put the GHB in the baby oil. Everyone's been, just speculating that's what he did. And that's where he got all that from. He's not telling any information that we haven't already heard. What he's doing is taking information, like I said yesterday, that Gene Deal and Jaguar Wright and others have been talking about, and then just mixing it with his own lies, putting his own spin on it to act like he knew these people, when he in fact didn't.
This is your man supposed to be. He broke you down. You understand? You hung around men that like men. You hung around Andre Harrell.
First of all, he was signed to Andre Harrell's label. So what's he talking about? Okay, and just because someone's hanging around people that are gay doesn't mean that makes them gay. He sounds real stupid. And also, I want you to pay attention to how in that clip that I showed you from the interview at the courthouse steps, he pretended to have forgotten Al B. Sure's name. He's like, I forget his name. How do you forget his name? You just sat here and talked all this trash about him. Okay, not just on my channel, but on others. And second of all, how do you sit there and act like you don't know who this man is when he literally filed a restraining order against you guys to take down the book on Amazon? Okay, please sit down somewhere. This man is a whole liar.
You understand? Something was wrong. Heavy D didn't bring you along with him. And he rest in peace, and maybe. And they all rest in peace. You understand? Not just saying their name, they're not here to defend themselves, but we all know you didn't roll with Heavy D. You understand? And when somebody desperate like you was, that's what you did. And he pulled the book down because the face, Kim was on it. He got to prove to us that he's not gay. We don't got to prove that he's gay.
Now, there he is lying again. He literally just said that Gene Deal said that he came and caught Al B. Sure and Diddy. Okay. And then he says that Al B. Sure wanted the book taken down because Kim's face was on it. Then he says he has to prove to us that he's not gay. We don't have to prove it to him. So clearly he knows that the reason Al B. Sure filed the cease and desist is because he lied and said that man was gay and lied and said that man was doing things that he wasn't doing. Okay, that's what he's talking about. But he wants to sit here and try to frame it as though, oh, he's just mad because Kim's face was on there. Okay, you literally called this man gay and told lies on him at the end of the day. So anyway, with that all being said, let's go to the part of the interview from him and Jaguar on yesterday. And then I want you all to hear something he said on this other interview too about TLC. Like stuff, everyone, please like and share. While we're waiting for this to queue, let's have a word from my sponsor at 12 Tribes.
Do not buy 12 Tribes on Earth hair growth oil and hair magic elixir unless you want super healthy, gorgeous hair that grows. They have a whole line of amazing hair growth products, including hair growth leave-in conditioner spray, hair growth shampoo, hair growth spray, and hair growth butter. I'm starting to sense a theme here. They include quality natural ingredients. They smell amazing, and you can see the results for yourself. So if you're looking for healthy hair growth for your natural or relaxed hair, try 12 Tribes on Earth today.
Okay, so with that all being said, don't forget you can purchase your 12 Tribes hair oil at Etsy.com. Just go to Lisa Crafts, and you can also find it at Walmart.com. Okay, so now let's get back to this video with him and Jaguar, because I didn't show you guys this part yesterday, where he was just getting so nervous and clearly pressed when he was sitting up there lying about his affiliation with Tupac. Just a liar who lies. Okay, let me put my overlay on here, and I'm going to play a little bit of music so I don't have any copyright issues. Likes up, everyone. Please don't forget to like and share. Thank you in advance. Y'all know the queen be out here getting receipts. And yesterday, someone asked me, why was Trump and Kamala's face up there? Well, because that's the overlay that I chose to use. And the reason I chose it is because you can see through it. Oh, matter of fact, let me use another one so you all can see Courtney B, because he's going to make a hand gesture that's very questionable. Okay. And not only did the viewers notice it, but one of the guys on the panel also noticed it. Okay, he held up the Masonic symbols, and then he did his fingers in the shape of a gun when he was talking to Jaguar as though to make a threat. Okay, and so just please pay attention. This guy is a whole idiot. And it's giving feds for me. I don't know what you guys think about all of this. I'm sure that if you're smart, you know that he's lying. But why is he lying is the question. I absolutely believe it's because he's working with the feds so they can keep Diddy in jail. That's just my opinion, and find out where the hell the rest of those tapes are. Okay. Because remember, I told you guys the other day that the tapes that the feds do have, the ones that they supposedly confiscated from during the raids, they've already said, at least one of them who leaked information to the New York Post, I gave you all the information last week, I believe it was, where they said that they have footage, but now they have to prove that it was unconsensual. And I said, well, how was it so difficult for them to prove if, in fact, many of these victims have said that they were incapacitated? They said that they had been drugged. So it should be obvious if you're looking at a video of two people or however many people being intimate, it should be obvious if someone is incapacitated, because they would just be lying there motionless 9 times out of 10, not interacting, not really saying anything. So clearly they don't have any proof as of yet that Diddy did these things. Okay, so if they don't have any proof as of yet that Diddy did these things, well, that's why they're desperate to get their hands on those tapes, the flash drives, in my opinion.
Dexterity and the grit for it.
And what are you referring to that he doesn't have the kahunas to see through to the end? I'm paraphrasing.
He knows. He knows.
I don't know. That's how I know she's something wrong with her.
All your warnings. All of your warnings. Let it go. Stop talking about people. Go back and tell your boss that I said.
So, Courtney, I think Jaguar is suspicious of allegedly where you came from and how you got to be such a prolific figure so fast within the realm of this. But am I right in saying you've got 35 years connection with Diddy, right?
No, I'm not connected to Diddy no type of way.
Now he says he's not connected to Diddy in no type of way, but he just said on my interview that they could have found out from emails that were at Diddy's house during the raid. How the hell would Diddy have emails from him saying anything about the footage or the flash drives if he has no connection to Diddy? This guy's just a liar who lies. Okay, please pay attention.
I never been to his parties.
I completely got wrong the person I'm talking about there, so apologies.
No, he said Tupac. Who that?
Hold on, and also let me just point this out also. So the guy asked him, the guy who's one of the guys during the interview, the guy asked him, how did he become such a prolific figure so quickly? You see, that's what's giving feds. That's what's giving feds. Like I told you guys yesterday, it was just 2 weeks ago that he interviewed with me. That was the second interview he did, saying all these things and making these accusations. The first interview was hours earlier that day with the True Crime Channel. So you mean to tell me from 2 weeks ago till now, this guy's done all of these interviews. He's getting called in to testify before grand juries and all of this. This is all to validate him. This is what the feds do. I know how they operate. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that he's absolutely 100% working with the feds. I'm just telling you that that's absolutely 100% what I think. Okay, because what the feds will do is they'll put somebody out there as a plant or somebody who's a person who's out there to gather intel, or somebody who's out there to infiltrate or paint a narrative, okay, or to do something that they want done. And they will basically do certain things to validate this person in the eyes of the people watching and listening, so that you think that everything this person is saying is true. Because the fact that he got called in to testify before a grand jury, some people foolishly thought, as I told you before, that validated his claims, when it does not. It's not like people can't lie to a grand jury. Of course they can, and they do, just as he likely did. Okay, please pay attention, because I don't think he ever had any flash drives. And if he did, here's the question. If he's supposed to be such an upstanding citizen, why didn't he turn those over to the feds in the first place? He claims to have had them for years, or that whoever gave them to him had them for years. So with that all being said, when he allegedly saw, as he claims, Justin Bieber being underage and things happening to him, why didn't he go and give that to the police? And he knew that's illegal. Okay. But see, then when people started questioning him about that sort of stuff, then he changed his story. All of a sudden, I didn't see Justin Bieber doing anything at a freak off. I just saw them giving him a bottle of liquor. See how he changes and flip-flops? Because when you start pressing him for the truth, because you know he's lying, that's what he does. And you see, the fact that he came on my show, that's hilarious to me. Because this is exactly why Chris Todd didn't want to interview with me when I was communicating with him. And this is also why Chris Todd kept sending me information, trying to get me to believe his story. This is also why the day after I exposed Chris Todd's lies, okay, and showed you guys receipts, what did Chris Todd do? Many of you probably don't even know this, but he went on the channel of the dopest nerd. That is the channel owned by Natanya Rubin, the woman that Diddy shot in the face, a victim. See, he reached out to her because he knows she's a victim, and then he felt like she could give him credence and lend credibility to his lies. That's what Chris Todd did. Okay, that's what Chris Todd did. And that's why he reached out to her, because she said on her interview with him that he reached out to her. And that's why he did it. Okay, there's no other excuse. Okay, it's not like he felt empathy or sympathy for her plight. He just went on there to try to get someone that had something to do with Diddy's nefariousness to attach to himself so that could validate his lies. That's all that was. So after I called him out on his lies just days ago, what does he do the very next day? He goes back on Natanya Rubin's video on her channel and does a video that she titled Chris Todd Vindicated or something like that. Or like she's trying to, debunk that he's lying and prove that he's telling the truth. Now, I didn't watch the video, but I saw him on there again and I saw the title. So I believe that he went back on there after I called him out on his lies and BS to try to validate himself again. Okay, this is what liars do. These guys are both full of crap. Okay, please pay attention. Government can use propagandists against the U.S. people thanks to Obama. Exactly. Obama made that possible. Yes, they can absolutely use propaganda because it used to be illegal for them to do that, lie to the citizens. But now this is absolutely what they do. So let's continue, because I want you all to notice his reaction once Jaguar asked him about Tupac. And presses him for information to substantiate it. And here's the thing. When he did the interview with me, he didn't know that I knew Tupac until after, okay? Because when I got done with the interview, then I spoke to him because I wanted to know, why did you just sit up here and cape for Chris Todd when you told me prior to the interview that this man stole the book from you? So then you get on there and say he's a good guy. And mind you, if I'm talking to him during the interview, I'm just going along with what he says. I'm just like, okay. But I'm not challenging him on it because I want him to keep talking because I know he's lying. And I know that I'm going to eventually use this to trap him in his lies, because I know that he's going to keep going from video to platform during these interviews. Okay. I knew he was going to do it because that's his grift. You see, that's his grift. Okay, at the end of the day, because he charges people for these interviews because he tried to charge me. Okay, so please pay attention. Now, with that all being said, let's continue.
Sorry, with Tupac, but no, I was completely referring to someone else. That was
do what you do, Dad. Do what you do.
Oh, I will. To the fullest.
Do what you do.
To the fullest.
Now, once in the chat, if you just saw him throw up the Masonic symbol, the same hand symbol that Jay-Z and Beyonce throw up. Put a 1 in the chat if you just saw him do that symbol with his hands, because the guy's going to ask him about that in a minute. 1's in the chat if you just noticed that he did it real subtly, but he definitely did it. It was real subtle, but nonetheless, he did it. He also put his fingers in the position of a gun when he was talking to Jaguar. Reggie said, Queen said, I'm not buying that with an EB. You know, that's what I be saying, Reggie. Okay. Queen said, I'm not buying that with an EBT card. Exactly. Okay.
This changes nothing. Go back and tell your boss.
So just let me pick at the label a little bit here, Jack. Right. So if we're saying there's a massive puppeteer behind Courtney, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you land then with the USB drives? I mean, where does that fall into?
Where do I land is this. Whatever Kim Porter's last words were, it was broken up into multiple pieces. No one person got more than the other. No one person had a bulk of anything. How he was able to acquire all of this, I think maybe the feds wanted to authenticate and see if there was any duplicates. Like I said when I first got on here, they got a lot. Now, I'm sure that what he got ain't much different. Actually, some of it might have been edited from what they've already confiscated. Like I don't think this is a matter of finding anything new. I think this is a matter on vetting and authenticating the legitimacy of what's being said. I tell you what, though, if Carters are behind this in any way, bravo. Great play. Great way to help Diddy and cover themselves, because you've also been speaking up for Beyonce these days, trying to encourage everybody that she's still an angel. Like, y'all got to do better with how y'all.
See, let me stop and say this. See, Jaguar seems to think that he's doing this to help Diddy and that maybe Jay-Z and Beyonce put him up to it. Now, here's what I think. As I told you guys, I think it had something to do with the feds. But if not the feds, then possibly Jay-Z. Mind you, this is all speculation. But wouldn't it make sense also that if Jay-Z was the one who put him up to this, to clear himself, to separate him and Beyonce from Diddy? Because this guy has been saying, stuff pertaining to Jay-Z and Beyonce as if they're angels. So maybe that's why, because we all know that Jay-Z is likely the next to fall. Okay? So with that all being said, maybe Jay-Z did hire him. I don't know. It's either Jay-Z or the feds, in my opinion, though. Okay, and we do know that Jay-Z and Diddy, allegedly, we do believe, most of us, that Jay-Z and Diddy allegedly have been working with the feds. That they're allegedly the ones who went and informed the feds that Jay Prince, Suge Knight, Irv Gotti, okay, were going to open their own black music distribution company. And then after that, Irv Gotti got indicted. Okay, Jay Prince had legal troubles. So with that all being said, it's very plausible that he's working with the feds, okay? Because if Jay-Z is working with the feds, like I believe, okay, and some others have speculated, if that's the case, then it all makes sense, okay? Because whether he's working with Jay-Z or the feds, if Jay-Z has been working with the feds as we think, well, it's all the same. Okay, it's all the same. But the bottom line is this dude is telling a bunch of lies. And so is Chris Todd. Okay, but let's continue.
Trying to run the misinformation. It's not lining up.
Wait, let me run it back, right? So when I was talking about the USB drives and where you landed on it, right? What I'm getting at is if all of this is, if Courtney's got a puppeteer and all that,
I'm telling you, there's no way in the world he got the first hand anything. It was passed down, compiled by someone else. And like he's saying, he doesn't really want to let go of who the source is that gave him all of this stuff. And he said, he don't know nothing. He ain't got nothing. He ain't got nothing. They got it. Let it go. I'm doing it for pop.
Queen Nina Star says that woman that runs Rock Nation is actively working with them. Absolutely. I did a whole video about that and a TikTok. That Desiree Perez, that's her name, that she had been indicted by the feds, okay? And now she's all of a sudden the head of Rock Nation, her and her husband both, who were caught up in a whole drug smuggling scandal. They're both working with Jay-Z, okay? I don't know if her husband still is, but she is. And I also showed you all how when Jay-Z was sitting up there with Roger Goodell, when he was making that deal with the NFL, how she was sitting behind him and you could see the look on her face when he was asked a certain question. Okay, like she was worried or concerned because she didn't know what Jay-Z was going to say. Okay, so please pay attention. You have to be paying attention and looking with your third eye, not the pair of eyes, because those will lie to you. But when you are looking with a third eye, then you can see the truth. And these smoke and mirrors and all of these false and these Decepticons that come out here, you won't believe the lies. Okay, you absolutely, they'll make no sense to you when you're using discernment.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist, right? I'm not being funny, and I will just be honest. I did notice that myself. Of all the ways you could have positioned your hands, Courtney, that was the only way that you could have positioned them in a way that would have caused anything. And I'm going to be honest with you. I noticed that too. So again, I'm just trying to get this to a point where we're everyone can make sense of everything that's going on here, right? Because obviously Jaguar, the everything, I think a lot of people agree with you about the 2 points on the book, the monetization, where that's gone. I believe, Courtney, when it comes down to, I've been fallen victim to sites like Amazon and PayPal locking down funds for no reason. They're savage. So benefit of the doubt on that one for now. Easy ways to keep up to date with that. Let's now, the point about what was added into the book. Courtney has said that he never had any take in that, but I would probably agree with you that it was maybe unnecessary to be added, and the impact on the family and all.
Tina Ross says, Queen, we can't see Courtney's video. Well, I just showed you all some of the key things in the video where he was telling lies. Am I going to put the video back up? No, because at the end of the day, I don't put up liars' videos. That's why I took it down right after I did the interview. But yeah, the points where we needed to, corroborate that he was lying in comparison to things that he said on other people's platforms. I just showed that, beloved. I don't know if maybe you came in late, but yeah, I already showed that.
All the rest of it completely there with you. I think the way that Courtney was mentioning Tupac, and I mean, you can see the legacy of Tupac, right? I mean, I'm a massive Tupac fan. Everyone's a massive Tupac fan, but you can see the way you reacted to that. Do you think that the way that you reacted to that? Now, please just let me finish. The way you reacted to that. Do you not see then how possibly you maybe took too much from that in the broad spectrum of someone? But in saying that, maybe not though, because I mean, how deep was your friendship, Courtney, with Tupac? I mean, I'm sorry to question your past and ask you such a personal question. It was just, for me, if I was to come out and say something like that, that would have been about somebody who meant something to me, and maybe you know something about that case that maybe I don't.
Hold on, I don't want to keep interrupting, but 313 Thug Boss says, I don't think he's lying about the Snoop Dogg part. Well, here's the thing. The picture that he showed of Tupac and Diddy sitting there together, all close or whatnot, that picture is on the internet. And the allegations about Snoop Dogg raping someone, that's on the internet too, because I went and looked it up. I showed you all that on a video, on a separate video. So the things that he's not lying about, what I want you all to pay attention to is the things that he's telling the truth about are things that have already been on the internet for years. Okay, he's taken these things that we've already heard before, as I told you, and he's mixing it with the lies. Okay, he's mixing it with his lies to try to make it sound convincing. Here's the thing. In the Bible, it says the devil mixes lies with the truth to confuse you. Now, he's calling Diddy the devil, but he's a devil too. He's a devil too. And the devil absolutely does mix truth with lies to confuse you. Okay? At the end of the day. Christy wow, the mess gets worse every day. Yes, it does. It absolutely does, beloved. Please pay attention. Okay, and then Christy One Love says you're talking crazy. Yeah, he absolutely is. He absolutely is talking crazy. Okay, please pay attention. At the end of the day, this man's just a whole liar who lies. But let's continue.
This could have helped with, I don't know. I'm just saying. So how and I'm sorry to ask you, Courtney, I really am. And if you're happy to answer that, is how close was your relationship, and how well did you know Tupac?
From New York to Baltimore to Maryland, from Baltimore, from New York to Baltimore to California.
Now, somebody tell me how the hell that makes a bit of sense. Aquarius MC said this man is high. First of all, the man asked him how well did he know Tupac, and he said from Baltimore to New York to California. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? That's like if someone asked me, Queen, how well did you know Tupac? And I say, well, from Atlanta to New York to California. What? Okay, but let's continue because this guy is an idiot.
Okay.
Years, you could say between music time.
Okay, now, I'm sorry to be sounding so stupid silly here. Can you give me some like an amount of years? Because when you give me locations, this sort of throws me back a little bit.
Teacher, can I ask a question?
Well, I promise, Jag. One second, please, just give me 1 second, and then it's all yours.
I'm going to make this very simple.
I don't know what you meant by.
Can you share something with us from the last time you were with Pac when he was alive?
There you go. That's a great question. Your last living memory with Pac.
Listen, I've been informed to get off the line with y'all.
Your lawyer called you.
This ninja just said that I've been informed. As soon as Jaguar asked him, sir, can you tell us a story about the last time you were with Tupac? See, he has no stories because he was never with Tupac. He didn't know Tupac. He's a liar who lies. And as soon as Jaguar asked him that question, he says, I've been informed to get off of the line with you guys. Sir, who informed you? We didn't see you take a pause. We didn't see you look at your phone. Sir, please stop lying. Now he wants to go because he's been outed for all the lies.
Yeah, sorry, Courtney, on you go.
I'll talk to you later. Okay.
Bye, dude.
Yeah, let Courtney let Courtney just have a say. Sometimes it's.
I'm on mute. This is funny.
Yeah, on you go, Courtney.
All right.
It was to give you a chance to speak. You were going to say something.
Courtney, we brought you on. The viewers are asking for what happened in the court. They're very curious about what happened in the court.
I can't talk about that. What happened in court? But I want y'all to know I'm not a witness towards Diddy. I never sat down at a table or a party with the man to witness anything. Nothing.
Yeah.
No sort.
Yeah, you were just handed over evidence.
That's it.
That's it.
And what we got going on is generation, and plus it's got something to do with business. You understand? Whatever she into, I'm not into. Whatever he into, I'm not dropping no names. I don't need all this turmoil from her or anyone else. And I wish me the best for him too. You understand? I have no beef with none of them. But if it come my way, I know how to handle it. You understand? So she can throw her threats or whatever she want to say. I have no boss. I have one boss, and that's God. So what she's saying is irrelevant. Nobody put me up to anything to say anything towards any of these people on here. So she need to stop. She's, you understand? She's off the hook.
I'm off the chain.
I don't know what a female.
You know that channel you just did an interview with? He hit me up right now. He said he want to do another interview with me. You know, to talk about some of the things that you said. I don't know. There's some discrepancies. I tell you, this is gonna be a hell of a day online. No time for someone like me to get lost.
So I'm sorry, I did think it was quite a simple question. Like, roughly how many years did you know Tupac for, Courtney? Just because you gave me some states there as an answer, and it was confusing for me. Was it like a long?
I don't know more. I'm surprised he's still here.
See, now even the guys during the interview don't believe this clown. Okay, now they even know he's lying. Please pay attention.
And I'm sorry to keep asking. It was just I think it's
right. I'm still here.
I think, and the only reason I'm asking is I think it's a relevant question because of what you said you were doing this for Tupac.
And I'm gonna be here after you. That I promise, friend.
And I'll still be around.
I'll be here after you.
Let me go ahead. Ask the question. I'm mute out my head.
You can't handle response.
It was.
I handle response. I'm just not going to talk.
Yes. Yes. Sorry.
I'm not going to argue with a female.
When
I don't
last
argue with.
you were with Pop when he was alive? Can you tell us about?
I'm not going to answer none of your questions. Listen, you're mute to me. I'm not going to answer.
Dade Music, if you don't like what we're talking about, you can get out of the chat. Here's the thing. You're the one that's stupid. Okay, he said this man went in front of a judge with footage of facts done by Diddy, and y'all worried about if he really knew Tupac. Simple-minded. No, you're simple-minded, because if someone lies about something so minuscule, they will definitely lie about something huge. And at the end of the day, he did not go in front of a judge with footage, fool. Okay, you literally just heard his lawyer. If you've been watching the whole broadcast, you literally should have just heard his lawyer, Ariel Mitchell Kidd, saying that basically they were going to go pick up stuff to take to the judge. And the only thing she mentioned they were picking up was documents. Do I need to run it back for you, idiot? Don't call us simple-minded because you're an idiot who can't figure out truth from lies. Okay, she literally said they're going to go pick up documents. That's why she said they have to go. That's why she kept telling the interviewer on the courthouse steps that they had to leave. We're going to go pick up some stuff now. We're going to pick up documents. That's what she said. She didn't say anything about flash drives, honey. And at the end of the day, if he actually had those flash drives, then please explain to me why, when Diddy's attorney filed the paperwork on the 4th, which was yesterday, or maybe he filed it on the 3rd, but I showed it to you guys on yesterday. He said in the paperwork that this man had no flash drives, that what he's talking about doesn't even exist. Don't you think that if he really had flash drives and footage and he went to speak to the grand jury, that Diddy's lawyer just might know that? Okay, he just might know that and wouldn't have included that in a letter that he wrote to the same judge that he was supposedly showing footage to, idiot? Please make it all make sense. But I'm sure you can't. And now I'm about to put you out of my chat because clearly you don't want to hear the truth. Okay? Clearly you don't want to hear the truth. But let's continue.
Any of your questions, okay?
You know what? You've been muted. You haven't said one comprehensive sentence since you got up here. I thought you
right.
said
You ain't giving nobody no chance to say anything. You just run your mouth. You shouldn't be called Jaguar. You shouldn't be called Jaguar. Why they call you Jaguar?
Wait a minute.
Tell me why they call you Jaguar?
Because that is who I am, Kantara Anka.
Good.
Who are you?
Good. You're like a CUDA. I have to go. You're like a CUDA. I gotta go.
What's a CUDA?
Well, and you look
are
like,
you trying to say cougar?
You look like TD Jakes, the fruity version.
Let tell Ariel I send my regard.
All right, TD Snakes.
I look like who?
They say you look like the Tubi version of TD Jakes.
The great value TD Jakes. Have you ever been swallowed?
Courtney, before you go, is there anything constructive to say about what's going on with you in the case?
No, I'm not. Good night. Y'all have a good day.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us.
God bless you.
Wow. Well, I woke up today with a message from Shane saying that Jaguar and Courtney wanted to come on and do a live together like Big Homie and Jaguar. And I was thinking they were mates. I thought you guys were mates. I didn't know. Should have done a bit more research.
I don't know why he wanted to talk to me. I actually know what I'm talking about. What I will say is this. I want y'all to look at Courtney Burgess as a cautionary tale of what happens when you send a fake one to deal with a real one. Now, he could have alleviated everyone's concerns about his credibility by just giving us one story from the last time he was with Tupac.
I agree. I mean,
and his lawyer said he couldn't respond. But he was so, he's sitting there trying to warn me and trying to intimidate me. This is what my life is like. This is what my life has been.
Okay, so I'm going to go to one more clip on another interview that he did on Sean Edwards' channel where he was lying about TLC. Now, here's the thing. At the end of the day, for anybody that's an idiot, like the guy that just said that we're simple-minded, I want you to pay attention because the fact of the matter is what we're doing here is establishing a pattern of this dude's lies. It's not about the fact alone that he didn't know Tupac. It's about a pattern of lies. Simple-minded people wouldn't be able to notice or grasp that. Okay, that's what this guy was. He's calling us simple-minded, thinking that we're just mad because he's lying about Tupac. No, we're mad because we know that he's lying about everything. See, if a person has a history of lies or has a pattern of lying, why would you believe any damn thing that they say? And here's what it goes back to when I told you guys several times that just because someone testifies before a grand jury does not legitimize their claims. It does not mean that they're telling the truth. Okay, this guy's a whole idiot sitting there calling us simple-minded, saying that he went before the judge with a flash drive. Fool! Unless you were in the court sitting on the bench, unless you were one of the people sitting with the grand jury, unless you were the bailiff or the stenographer or somebody that was there, other than that, working in the capacity of finding out about this case, sir, you don't have a damn clue what he showed the judge. But what I know is that if he actually showed the judge a flash drive, whether Diddy's team had been privy to that information or not, right? When his attorney wrote to the judge asking for the emergency gag order, he likely would not have been so adamant that there was no such flash drives as to what this guy's talking about. And also, if you were paying attention, this guy has lied and said different names or different amounts of the flash drives. First, he said there was a single flash drive. Then he said there was 10. And then he said there was 11. Then he said that he never got the flash drives, that someone gave him the book already pressed up. Then he said that he pressed up the book. Then he said that Shakur Stewart gave him the flash drives. Okay, that man died 10 years before Kim Porter did, so how would that even happen? Then he said that the feds found out that he had the flash drives from going to Diddy's house during the raids and finding emails. Now, here's the thing. If he ever did have flash drives, why would he be telling all of these lies? And then you're talking about he went to the court before the judge with flash drives, but he literally sat there and told me during my interview that the feds came and confiscated the flash drives from him. So how the hell would he have walked in front of a judge with flash drives? See, people are idiots. And they want to call the people who expose the truth idiots. And you see, the reason they do this is because some people are so asinine and obtuse that all they care about is gossip. They don't care about the truth being told because the gossip sounds so juicy. The lies sound so much more entertaining than the truth. That's just the fact. And that's why some people, even though they know he's lying, they'll keep up his videos because they know that the lies are more entertaining than the truth. Okay, and that's just what it is. And that's why this guy is mad saying that, oh, y'all are just mad, trying to act like we're just mad because he lied about Tupac. No, if he just lied about Tupac, nobody would probably care. But he's told a mountain of lies. Okay, and then when he gets pressed on any of them, this is what he does. He has nothing to say. And you see, he left. So that all been said, let's go to this last lie. And then I've got to do my video about Kabami and Trump because today is election day and who's going to head to the White House. So let's get ready for that. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. I want you all to listen to the story that he tells about TLC. And then he says, a lot of y'all might not know who Left Eye is. How the hell does a lot of people not know who Left Eye is? She's a whole legend and icon. Okay. So, in her tragic death that occurred, and that was on film, on a documentary she was making while in the Honduras. How the hell could anybody not know who Left Eye is? That's how you know he's an idiot and a liar. He sat there and pretended that he forgot Albie Shure's name after he talked all this trash about Albie Shure. Okay, please pay attention, honey. I absolutely cannot with some idiots, but they want to act like us. The ones of us who are woke, who are actually seeing things with our third eye, which I call the first eye, they want to act like we're the ones that are dumb.
He ain't sharing his wife. I don't see him doing it. You don't see him with a crew. And if his bodyguards around, they'd be away from him. He take his kids to the Super Bowl. That's a family thing. You understand? Floor, he should let them experience life. Who want to lose? You got that much living. Who want to be in an 8x8 room? So Diddy didn't care. You understand? Lucifer didn't care. You understand? So I'm not taking up for him. I'm just saying what I can see into it. You understand?
Now he says, I'm not taking up for him. I'm just saying how I see it. First of all, how the hell would anybody feel like he's taking up for Diddy when you're sitting there calling the man Lucifer? Okay, and saying negative things about him. Not that he shouldn't be saying negative things about him. We all should at this point. But my point is, why would he even say that? I'm not taking up for him. That has nothing to do with what he's saying. This dude's a whole damn idiot.
People asking about Clive Davis.
Well, from Michael Jackson to me, they say he Diddy was the seed and he grew it. We all know the deal. You understand? We know that there was from, you look at Clive Davis, Left Eye. A lot of viewers probably don't know who Left Eye is. Left Eye was out of the country.
You see that? He said, a lot of the viewers probably don't know who Left Eye is. And also, pay attention. This fool said, when the man asked him about Clive Davis, the first thing out of his mouth is, from Michael Jackson to me, Diddy was the seed and Clive Davis grew it. What in the hell does Michael Jackson have to do with it? Why did he even mention that? That has absolutely nothing. This guy's using word salad. And you can never trust people who continuously spew word salad. They're always lying. That's why they spew it in the first place. Please pay attention.
Before she left the country, they didn't know her and her, when she burned her boyfriend's house up, her and her crew she met in jail, they ran up on Clive Davis, put a gun to him and Diddy, and not rob him, demanded their money. So I'm not gonna say they robbed him. They demanded the money. I think he had about 40 or 50,000 before they ran down on him. They took it and left.
This ninja just said that Left Eye and her friends that she met in jail. First of all, it was TLC. Okay, it was T-Boz, Left Eye, and Chili. What the hell is he talking about? People she met in jail. This dude is so ridiculous.
So you know what's next? That's Clive. He will let some girly girls rob him, and then, you know. So yeah, I do. You understand? Diddy is the tree, and Clyde is the sun. He grew him. You understand? Give him the light. What you want, then you got to go back to him and tell him he want. So if he take Rick Ross, sit on his lap, and he say, I need Ross to do this, do that, they gonna do it.
I'm sorry. I think we've heard just about a damn enough. This guy's sitting up here with word salad going left and right. Please pay attention. Okay, I absolutely cannot, but I got something to show you guys. Now, he sat there and said that T-Boz, or Left Eye rather, and her friends ran up. Okay, let's go to the footage. Let's just go to the footage. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Because I got time today. Here we go, right here. Okay, and let's see if they say anything about some damn friends from jail running up on him. And he wanted to say they robbed him, but he caught himself. Please pay attention. And after this, we're out of here so I can start my next video.
Playing his music and stuff. This Puffy was in there playing his music and stuff. Tion's cousin walks over, stops the tape, gives it to Puffy and says, TLC's got a meeting with Clive and you got to go. Your meeting's over. And Tough Puffy is like, he didn't put up a fuss or nothing, but he was confused, of course.
Okay, now let's go to this other clip.
We held them hostage like guns, the whole shebang. Yeah, it was like that.
Wait a minute. I want to make sure we understand.
Yes.
Guns?
Yes, guns.
With bullets?
With bullets.
Come on, give me the
I'm
story,
going to tell
baby.
you because TLC had generated on Crazy Sexy Cool $75 million and they gave us $50,000 a piece. I was like, what the hell? So, of course, Lisa was the ringleader.
Like, we need to go get our money. I need to know where my MFN money's at.
So, she was locked up in the diversion center for burning down the house. And she was just like, okay, we're going to get LaFace and them girls I was locked up with. We're going to drive up there. We're going to take the gun. And then we had this limo driver.
Wait, she just got out of jail.
Yes.
Okay.
And we had the limo driver. And he was the getaway car. So we went up there and held everybody hostage, and Puffy was the one that snitched us out. Yo, B, yo, your girl's up here mad bugging, yo. And I was like, oh, Puff, how you gonna snitch us out, dog? But he called it, yeah, because we kicked him out of the meeting.
Well, wait a minute. Puffy, mind your damn business. Okay, go ahead, son.
Oh, my God.
Okay, so now with that all being said, she did say that she was going to go get the girls that she met in jail, but they didn't actually take those girls up there, I don't believe, because they said it was the 3 of them. Okay, so with that all being said, and then pay attention, he said, oh, I think Clive had $40,000 or $50,000 on him. He got that part from when T-Boz said that he only gave them, they were only given about $50,000. Okay, so mixing lies with the truth and then telling the story as if he knows about it so specifically, but he just heard the story online just like the rest of us did. Okay, now maybe they did take the girls that she met in jail. I don't know, but at the end of the day, this dude's just repeating stuff he's heard online and mixing it with lies and all of that. Okay, please pay attention. Okay, at the end of the day. Okay, all right. So Queen's tongue lashing is in session. Pay attention. Okay, so with that all been said, listen, I love you guys to life. I hope you enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Now, we're going to be going live on this same channel in just a second to talk about the election that's coming up. And don't forget that tonight, I'm going to have an election concert. Okay, it's going to be lit. We're going to be on here playing music and all of that and watching the updates on the election. And then tomorrow, we're going to be on Lisa Cabrera's channel. We're going to be on Lisa Cabrera's channel, and we're going to be talking about the election. Okay, and so with that all been said, and we should know who won by then, hopefully. Okay, so there's the link to the next live. Okay, so I hope to see you all there. All right, so everyone, please enjoy the rest of this day. Lisa Jackson says, Queen, I never believed that man. Okay, that's because you have sense, beloved. That's because you have sense and discernment. Those of us who have both, we already knew he was lying when he opened his mouth. The rest who didn't, well, you know, they need to probably try to raise their levels of vibration and their consciousness and start looking with their third eye, which I call the first eye, rather than just the pair of eyes. Okay, because the eyes on your face will absolutely deceive you. That's why they say, do my lying eyes deceive me? All right, so with that all been said, thank you for your contribution to the channel, beloved, and your insight into the topic. Peace, love, and blessings. And like I said, I will see you all in the next chat. So until next time, beloveds, peace. Sorry, wrong closing song.
Gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. That's See right. A bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin? God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got...